What's up? It's Tom here. In this video, I'm going to break down the no bullshit way that you can land a side gig that will earn you $4,000 or more per month and do it all while working less than 2 hours per day, because who wants to work more, right? So before we go into that, I want to quickly cover one interesting thing. We all want to earn more income, right? And that really comes down to earning more for the input that we put in, right? So it's getting more for what we put in. It's unfortunate though, because a lot of people are trading time for money at the moment, which is a really capped equation because you only have so much time that you can give in order to earn. And this just kind of leads to a point where you're obviously stressed about money, not making as much as you would like to be. You probably have some debts because you can only make so much money and cover so many bills. So this is like not the way to do it, right? Trading time for money, not the way to do it. It's not a smart equation at all. So instead, it's better to trade, well, not trade, but use leverage to generate money. This is a better equation to be earning money from. And so I'm going to show you how we can use leverage to land a side gig, like I said, that pays you $4,000 or more per month while working less than 2 hours per day. So first step is landing remote work. So you're going to go out and send applications, connect to network, and find a remote job opportunity, keyword remote job, that earns you $4,000 a month or more. And this can be in any kind of field, from marketing, sales. You could be appointment setting. You could be doing admin, data entry, creative design. Like what else? Like managing ads, an ads manager, an SEO, content writer, like all kinds of different things, right? There's tons of different roles out there. I would take stock of what skill sets and experience you have and utilize that to land a job in a field that you have experience in. Then once you have the job, this is where the juicy stuff happens. We move to step 2, which is to simplify, automate, and delegate the workload. And that comes from first knowing what your workload is. So knowing what the daily tasks are that you do in this job, right? And once you have clarity on that, then you can start to systemize this and simplify it, right? So I would break your workload down into these 4 sections: important work, standard work, random work, and unnecessary work. So pretty self-explanatory what each of those are. Your important work is like the stuff that has to be done by you each day. The standard work is just like the random bullshit work that you do that's like, it's just normal work, right? That needs to be done. It's not super important. It's not like necessary, but it's like it's just there, right? It's just extra work. Random work is like the random tasks you get handed to each day here and there by your management or boss or whatever. And the unnecessary work is stuff that you're doing in your day that does not actually contribute to the job title or job role, right? So once you've removed the unnecessary work, which is like stuff, like I said, just doesn't need to be done, you can just get rid of it. If you take stock of your day, you'll work out pretty quickly that there is a lot of unnecessary work that you do that doesn't actually contribute to your role. So you can just remove that straight up. Then I like to use something I created called the work simplification matrix to simplify my workload. And so essentially what that looks like is decreasing the volume of tasks. So let's say you have 10 tasks you're doing. Instead of doing 10, how can we get it to 5, right? So that's what decreasing the volume of tasks looks like. And then decreasing the complexity is how much complexity are we adding to a task when it can just be simple, right? And so asking yourself that question for all of the work that you have. And then how can we increase the efficiency? So how quickly a task gets done, right? And if we can do all of these 3 things, it will leave our workload looking something like this, which is a bit more free. And then you can start to strap on automation and AI and all the juicy tools that are out there to help you to get shit done without you having to put the time in energy into doing it. And then the last piece of it is finding virtual assistants who can do your work for as little as $4 to $8 per hour. And then that will leave your schedule looking something like this, which is 2 hours or less of work per day, right? And the rest is leveraged work. So that's kind of what the process looks like. If you want to earn $4,000 a month or more and work two hours or less, it's literally just learning 2 skills. 1, how to find remote work opportunities, and 2, how to leverage your work, which is outsourcing, automating, and simplifying, right? And you can even take this to the next level, which I did last year, and get multiple jobs, right? Because you're working so little in one job, you can actually have more free time to get a second and a third job. And that is going to mean that you're earning multiple full-time incomes, which gets pretty lucrative. And so last year, I did exactly that. I was earning about $200,000 per year, working less than 4 hours per day, and I traveled Asia full-time while doing that. And here's some pictures, so you know I'm not talking shit. I literally traveled Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, a ton of other places, just all around Asia for the whole year I was traveling. and just having cool experiences, because I was only working 4 hours a day, so I could actually go out and do shit, right? I could go and explore, go and do cool shit like surfing all the time. Went to Disneyland with my partner, ice baths, saunas all day long, swimming in pools, like all that kind of jazz, right? Just cool shit, right? So that's the beauty of leverage, right? Because leverage is really the way that you earn more for your input, right? So to put it in perspective, a regular like minimum wage job, if you work 8 hours a day, you'll get around 60K a year. That's like the average wage. Now, some people might be earning more, which is fine, but you're still putting 8 hours a day of input in to earn that, right? Whereas I was earning $200,000, which is like 3 times the amount, working half the time. And that's the power of leverage, right? And maybe even you're a business owner right now and you're trading more hours than 8 hours a day, like 12 hours or 14 or 16 hours a day, and earning less than you would like to, right? If you were actually to break down how many hours you put into your business and how much income you take from it, it might look something like this, right? And I would urge you to actually do that. It's nice to know the numbers on it. Like, how many hours are you putting into your business per day, and how much are you taking out from it? Because it's probably not a great equation. And the key to this is all leverage, right? And leverage is not just in these remote jobs, but using leverage in your business too. And so, like I said, if you want to do it this way with the remote jobs, there's only 2 skills you need to learn. One is how to find the remote work, and 2, how to outsource that work, which is learning about automation, delegation to virtual assistants, how to build SOPs, frameworks, how to outsource the work, all that jazz. And so if you want to find out more about this stuff and you want a bit of support to actually add a side gig on, I'd like to introduce you to our community we have. I'm not going to do a crazy pitch or anything. It's literally $97 a month. You join the community. There's 2 courses in there. One teaches you first how to get remote work, and second teaches you how to automate and delegate your work. And so those are the only 2 skills you need. Like I said, we have a Q&A call as well, where you can have all your questions answered and you get support from the team. And then we also have different things in there like resume reviews and application audits and stuff like that, so you can get the most out of the support there. And then we have, beautiful results happening every day like this. This is Aiden, who was able to generate $10,000 per month in income. And that all came from literally just having remote work, outsourcing the work, and then getting multiple jobs, right? And so I think he has 3 jobs I think he's like doing paid ads is his niche. And so he's got 3 remote jobs in the paid ads industry, and generating 10K a month in income. And he's trying to scale it up to 30K now at the moment. And that's the potential of this model, right? If you want to make some easy cash without trading so much of your time, not having the stress of having to build a business, this is another interesting model and interesting way to do it. So if you want to check out more on the community, head to leveragelife.com. Again, I'm not going to go into like a full pitch or anything. Check out the page. If it interests you, jump in. It's only $97 a month, not much to lose at all. And it's a great space if you want to take this stuff seriously. So that's all from this video. Hopefully it gave you some interesting insights and a different perspective on how you can approach remote work and outsourcing. And if you have any questions regarding this, feel free to shoot me a message. Other than that, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.